Hello, this is Leah with All Things Cards. I've been making some really fun gift cards. A little gift card goes right in here. You write your little greeting there, to and from. And there you go. So, I thought I would show you from start to finish how to make one of these and try to get this in under 30 minutes. But I tend to rant and ramble on, so I doubt I can get it in under 30 minutes. Now I bought this at Michael's, hot buy, blah blah blah, 48 sheets for $12, but hey, they had a buy one get one free, so it cost me $6. So let's take a look. Lovely, lovely papers. Now there's a couple of things I'm going to pull out of here. This one has got, let me get there, oh, it's at the back I think. Come on, nope, not right at the back. Oh, where'd it go? I do have trouble finding things. Ha, there we go. So I'm going to need some more of these. I'm going to pull this out. Some of you may have seen this posted in our Facebook group because some brilliant person who made this for us to cut out didn't make one single line that can be cut and then, cut from there. Every single line is broken by another tag. So that made me very angry, needless to say. And then I also, let me show you that one, or did I take, oh, I took them both out of here. Aw, I was really hoping to really show you that. You know when you get those pages that are like this, that are made for scrapbooking, okay? What I did, I was organized just a second ago. Where did everything go? There was a page inside this pad that was these little guys at the bottom. There's a little piece missing because I cut it off. But these little guys at the bottom right there. And then it was all just snow and it said Happy Holidays or something up at the top. Happy Holidays. So I cut it all up. I have got multiple papers of just the snowflakes, so I can use those for backing. And then also, I took the scene at the bottom and I cut it into my card sizes, which I will discuss in a bit. So now I can use these as individual cards. Great idea, huh? Instead of flipping past those pages that are for scrapbooking, why not dig them out? Okay, so all the paper, I believe, came out of this pad except for this green, which I got at Michael's, which was a lot of sheets for $6 again, and buy one, get one free. Oh my goodness, so exciting. They also had red craft foil. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Oh my. Anyway, so they had the red craft foil. It's like 25 sheets for $6. What? And they had a silver as well. They didn't have green, which was surprising. So I've got 3 sheets here of the green. It's 65 pound. And I'm going to score it first. Normally I cut it first, but then I thought, and then I can just score it once on each page instead of twice. So I need to find the piece of paper that has my measurements on it. There it is. I was watching a video. It's Dawn. She's with Stamping Up, I believe. And she called the card the most wonderful time gift card holder card. So here are my measurements. So I take a sheet, we're going to score one sheet, not 3. Come on now, you can do it, Leah. Focus. Scoring it at 5.5. And because it's a thin paper, I'm using the fat end of my little tool. One's very tiny. I don't know if you can see, I have no lights up there. That's probably, one is very tiny and the other is fatter. So I'm going to use the fatter one so that I don't rip my paper. I'm not going to score heavily because I do not want to rip it. Now, 5.5 for the halfway mark. And what I did was I did a calculation of what I wanted my fold over to be, and based on the card size, based on that I didn't want a large amount of card. I did not want a large amount of paper at the center so that it would have trouble folding. So this is the score line. Oh my goodness, where are we? This is the score line right there, close to this red piece. Over here on the gold is where the edge is for my fold over. So I've got a nice little gap there, enough room for my card. Looks fine, but there's not that bulk. When you watch Dawn, she just folds this side over to here and it creates that bulk. I did do one like that to see what it was like and I didn't like it. So I calculated that it is 8, 1, 2, 3, oh great, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 eighths. So 8 and 3 eighths. So just score there as well. Let's get the next one. I'm not used to using such big pieces of paper. 5 1/2, 8 and 3 eighths. And my last one. I only have a few of these little ones here, so I just want to show you right from the start to the finish. 8 and 3 eighths. Just the one between the quarter and between the half. So let's take this. Now I'm going to cut it and then I will fold it, hating all along that I have to use this cutting board that I don't like. See, when I was organized and nothing was falling on me when I started. Upside down for me. Okay, so we're going to cut this in half at, don't you love that it says 4.25 and 5.5 right there? So I know I'm cutting this at 4.25 because my memory not there. So at 4.25, 2 cards there, 4.25. And last paper at 4.25. I forgot to set an alarm. We should set an alarm so that my filming doesn't stop and I continue. So there we go. Put that away, out of the way. Well, I don't know where to put it because I got too much stuff up here that's in places it shouldn't be. You ever do that? No, I'm sure you don't. Okay, so here we are. We're going to fold these. I'm going to turn it so that the bump is up so that I have room and I don't have to turn over each piece of paper as I go along, pushing down here. And why on earth isn't that even? Who cut these? I'd like to know who scored these. What is going on here? Why is it wonky? Not when I'm on the camera. We don't need wonky while I'm on the camera. I really hate this. It doesn't work anymore. But, let's see. Pushing that into the corner and folding. And then taking this, fold it again, pushing it down into here with my thumb. I've got them apart and I'm just pushing both of them down into that corner so I can get an even line. There we go. One out of the way. Pushing into the corner. Nice fold, bend, fold again. Here I can see that there is about 1/8 of an inch gap, which I want because when we've got all that paper in that corner, it's really hard to get that card to close properly and nicely. And here we go. I hope you're getting your Christmas cards all done. The reason I'm making so many of these is because I went to the craft fair with a lot of them and came home with only a few. And I have at least one more craft fair to go. I'm hoping to get another one in. I'm not going to do as many as I did last year. Those elementary schools did not hardly even pay for the table. So, just going to do a few big ones this year. Okay, done. Now, let's get that up ahead, up above. There we go. Grabbing a 2-inch punch. Okay, so now our cards are going to be closing like this. So we're going to grab these with the 2 panels and then the large panel over there. Putting this in, I'm lining it up, the paper up between these 2 pieces here to the edge, and then I'm going down about 1/4 of the circle. Lining it up, punching it out. Now we are going to be placing paper on top of this, and when I watched her do it, I thought, my goodness, I'm going to save myself a step. I'm just going to add the paper and then punch it out. Little did I know that the punch will not punch through 2 pieces of lovely paper. And that was one torturous task. I ended up having to use a little tiny thing and try my best to get that punched. I could not get through it with this punch. Could have used a die, but I mean, I'd have to stand up and go over there to the die machine. Forget it. Who's got time for that? There we go. These are very sharp and can stick to your clothing, and you can find them later attached to you. Just an FYI, public service announcement there for you. I'll put that up there for now. Now, with our patterned paper, you're going to find something that will coordinate with your papers that you're using. And for myself, because I did not follow Dawn's instructions exactly, I have 2 different sizes that I've cut mine out to. Now, the smaller one, which goes where the U is, where we cut the little shape for the card to go in, that smaller one, she says 4 by 2.5, and you get 2 of them. And I found that it left so much gaps for my paper specifics for where I scored my paper. There are words here, and I will use them. So my front one, I did it at 2.5 plus 1 notch. So 1/8, 2.5 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. I'm Canadian. These are very confusing little measurements. Okay, sorry. So, and I don't like metrics. So there you go. And the bigger one, I cut at 2.75 and 4. Let's see, I made it a little bit bigger. 4 1/8. So 4 1/8 by 2.75. The other one is 4 1/8 by 1 notch past 2.5. 5/8. So sorry for you Americans. Oh, and for the Canadians. I am not a discriminator when it comes to my inability to measure. Okay, so let's attach this. For myself, I like to ensure that when I make the cutout, there's not going to be a gap between this paper and this paper. So I take my tape runner, I go right up to the edge in the corner, I pull it down, hopefully it starts to work right at the top, and then I do the same on the other side. So now I've got tape right up to the top. Then I will take this and I will go across to create a seal, to make sure that there is a seal there when I punch it out. Taking my glue, come on, there we go, white on white, and you got white on white on white, so it's really hard to see. Okay, let's put a little color under there for you guys, but it's still not helping me because it's white on white for me here still. Let's come down. I really want to move away from this glue, so I've got some other glue, but I need to put it into another bottle. So I'm working on that too. Somewhere along here I'll fit that in. Just making sure I don't get too close to that line where I end up with glue squirting out the sides. And I will take the glue and gently go across here just to give myself a little bit of flexibility when it comes to placing it down. Whew. Talking so fast. And I'm just centering it there. There we go. I think that's it. Anyone else see any better than me? Well, it's not quite centered, but we're going with it. Okay? Now, we've got our little spot there to see. Line that up and punch that out. And I'm guaranteed that that will be stuck because I put a lot of tape up there. So there will be no sliding of the card in between and separating those two. A little glue came out the side. Woohoo! Now, this piece, very simply, 2.75 by and a notch plus, or is it just 2.75? 2.75 by 4 and a notch. That's how I keep track of those little 8s and stuff. So one shy of a 2.5, or just over a 2.5, or a notch. It's a little tricky for me. I'm sorry. I do apologize. In another video, I've told everyone why I have troubles with the metric system and why I have trouble with the imperial system. But I don't need to go into that right now. I need to get this card done, and I have 13 minutes left. Keep rolling. So what I've done previously is I've cut out this piece to 5 1/4 by 4. Ooh, that's simple. And then this one I did at the notch just past the quarter. Oh my goodness. And a notch just past 4. Now I like to get myself some lovely Starburst. I think this is a Stampin' Up! Starburst one. Can't remember. Out of each piece of foil that goes in the background, so I can have a lovely, so I can use it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and here, putting glue in the areas I know that my card will cover. And then I'll just do the edges on this one. That way I don't glue to my table while I'm pressing it down. Many, many times of doing that. So I've learned. Old dog, meet new trick. Okay. Lining that up as best I can. Et voila! No glue or no tape. Now I can go crazy. Come on, haven't got all day. Got this set to show a tiny little line of green around it, because I really like that tiny line of green. Now you're going to take a 1/4 inch tape roll, find the end, and we're going to put it right along the edge here, the outer edge of our pocket, which then becomes our inner edge of our pocket. And just for fun, I will not include the list of the supplies I used. I will not tell you where I bought them, except for Michael's for the paper. I do not have an affiliate link. I don't care what you do. I'm not here to make money off you. And I'm not here to sell you anything. Okay. Whew. Now I just want to make sure that I'm lined up here and I'm lined up there nicely. Push it down. There we go. Wow, wasn't that fast? That was so fast. Now, I need something for the front, and this is where it's going to take time. So I will pause the video. I will cut these out on another video because Nancy said I should. So I'll do that, and then I will be back. So just hold that thought. And I'm back. My camera looks crooked. Goodness. There we go. Okay, so I'm back. Light's not proper. There we go. What I've done is I took my 12 by 12 piece of paper that had all these little sayings on it. I cut them out. And I decided to go with Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now, once I get this stuck on here, I cut it out, I rounded the corners, did the same with the red. Figured that you know how to cut paper, you don't need to see me cut paper. So, here we are. This has got a craft background, and I'm not worried about that craft paper showing on the back there. If you are, you can always stick something back there. But I'm not that paranoid about things like that. They do not bother me. But that's each and every person's taste as to what they like to do. I do that, flip it, make sure no glue spilled. There we are, we're good to go. Now I'm going to take my clear jelly roller and I'm just going to get it started on the edge of my paper over here. And then I'm going to just draw along the letters here. What this does is it creates just a little tiny bit of definition and it raises it just a little bit, makes it shiny. When it dries, that is. Which maybe I should have thought of it. I shouldn't have done this right now. I should have done it when it was on the card so that I could keep moving. As it is now, I have to wait for this to dry. Brilliant, aren't I? I was just so excited to show you that I forgot what I was doing. I'll do this, just the lines on that, just because it adds a bit of fun. If it did anything at all, yes it did. And I will add some sparkle in between those two little ones there as well. Okay, now for the inside here, I'm going to take my, I just had it here. Okay, I use Michael's shimmer paper. I like Michael's shimmer paper for inside the cards for writing. It's got that gold shimmer there for writing inside the cards because it's just so beautiful. Now this was a 2 1/4, I believe. Yeah, so I'm going to make it 2 by 2 little thing here. This is a cutter that a lady threw in when I did a Facebook order through Marketplace, not an order, but I got something from her from Facebook, and she said, "Would you like a little mini Fiskars cutter?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" I didn't know what it was, and so she gave me this sweet little thing. Now let's see. Do I have? I think I have some gold paper. No, I have scraps over here on the side because I've been doing this for a while. That's too small. What have I got over here? Oh, they fit nicely. Okay, let's grab one of these. Keep your little tiny scraps because they can work wonders for just backing these little things here. So what have we got? We got this one cut at 2, so we're going to do just 2 and a smidgen. So whatever you want to call that, it's probably a 16th. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I call it a smidgen. There we go. Keep your glue away from the edge, because if your glue comes to the edge and then it comes out, it will look atrocious on your foiled papers. Don't believe me? Put your glue close to the edge on your really special projects and then squish it out just to see. There's no getting that glue off without destroying your beautiful, lovely foil. Now it's just a smidgen. I like putting the glue on as well as the tape runner so that I can do this as need be. If I don't have it close enough, it's going to be close enough. There we go. Okay, now let's see if that pen has dried. I imagine it has. It's a little tacky, but then so am I. Okay, I'm going to put glue and tape on half of it. Don't get this mixed up. Flip it. I get it mixed up all the time. I'm not going to put it down on the ground because it is still wet. And then can you do a tape runner when it's still wet? No, you can't. I don't. Next best thing, piece of tape. I know, sad sack here today. Oh well. It's not your life. You don't have to worry about it. It's mine, and it's a little wonky. Now, let's get our glue. But then if you're a Stepford wife, I don't know how you get into this crafting thing. Oh, goodness gracious, come up here. Because it's a messy, messy thing. Well, for me it is. Don't get near your edges. Now I've got my tea ruler handy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this down half and half. Simple for these little ones because the snowflakes are right in the middle. So that really makes it easy for me to aim it. Take this, slide it over, and push. Just gently push. And I know that I've got that on there. I just double check to make sure that there's no glue on there. Excuse me. And we'll check along here. Good. Oh, I've got the hiccups. Now, I want this to not show from the front, but I want people to have a little spot inside right to and from. This is dark paper. I did a whole bunch of these on very, very, very light paper, and I didn't bother with one of these pieces on the light paper because I figured you can just write there. You write on cards anyways. People write on cards, so I don't think they'll mind writing on that. Okay, so lining it up to about half and just gently turning it over. Aw, it covered up my little snowman. Oh well. Next time I might put one just up here in the corner. But I wanted to show you the general process for this. That looks very crooked there for some reason. Get that lined up really well. Am I just a lousy cutter? I don't know. Let's see here. From the other side. Maybe I just can't figure out how to use the ruler on that side. Let's go up here. Yeah, I just can't line up the ruler over there. So that's pretty straight. Pressing that down. Now I happen to have, and you can use anything you want for this part here, I happen to have these hunky-dory things that I got off Facebook. And I think I should go with, let's see here, maybe silver. There's a lot of red and green sparkle, but to make sure that my green and red match would be a little tricky, and I don't want too much more green on here. So let's go with silver, or white with silver. That's pink, blue, yellow, pink, blue, white. Here we are. But nope, now see, look at that with the blue. I mean, with the white, it's a blue. So let's keep going. Somewhere in here I know I've got something I can use. Silver on silver, I don't really like that. Is this white? Relatively white. So I don't want too much here. We've got little snowmen with snowflakes. Let's see what we got. Might sneeze again. Oh my goodness. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Or Santa Claus is coming to town. That's a cute one. I haven't used one of those yet, so I'll put that on there. I don't know how much those packs are. I got it secondhand, so I apologize. Where on earth did my emery board go? There we go. They have these little snaggies from where they were attached. I just used an emery board. I get these for $1 something at the drugstore. And they're very pretty, so make me happy. Put a couple of these mini dimensionals from Stampin' Up on here. I've been without my Stampin' Up regular dimensionals for months and months. It's just driving me nuts. Although it is allowing me to test all the other companies. I only found one that I kind of like. But I like really thin dimensionals. I don't like everything popped up too big. So now I'm just going to center that, eyeball it here. Drop it. You can grab your tea ruler if you like. Just slide it up. And I would say I just need to tap that just a touch. There we go. Santa Claus is coming to town. So there we have it. Did I finish it? I think I did. Except for my embellishments, which I will do. I'll probably also put a little dot of the... Which one is it? It is so dark over here. Stardust. This is my favorite one. The Stardust. It's got the pink, blues and greens. It's got like multicolors. It's like this is very similar to Dazzling Diamonds by Stampin' Up. It has really a neutral palette to it, Then the Studio G, now called Craft Smart. What happened to that? This one is from Michaels. It's a green hue in there. There you can see it. And then they've got other ones. This one is Diamond by Stickles. It's a goldy orange color inside that one. This Frosted Lace is absolutely clear, so it doesn't have anything. It's just the white flecky stuff. So if you want just no color, Frosted Lace. Oops. If you want an orangey color, that's Diamond. If you want green, it's Craft Smart now. It used to be Studio G. And if you want multicolor with nothing that really dominates, this one's more like a very light. This one I use on leaves. This one I use, the Diamond one I use when there's a lot of gold in my project. The Frosted Lace, I use that when none of the three will work. And this one I use on most things, the Stardust. It's very pretty, and it's more of a neutral, not as colored as the other ones are. So I will then go and do my little stars. I may take a red pen probably and do like a red gel pen here, and I will do the little circles on here, and maybe I'll accent some of the other reds on the paper. But there you go. Now you've got a gift card that you can either give or sell. There you go. And it was fast. My dimensions again, cut the paper in half, the 8.5 by 11, cut it in half, score it at 5.5, and then score the other one at, no, because I was making, oh my goodness, it's stuck up there. Well, I do not know why. There we go. Sorry about the noise. Score pal. I marked it at 8 3/8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 3/8. And then my papers were, sorry, 4 and a notch, plus 2.5 and a notch, and 4 and a notch by 2.75. And then, I hope that doesn't confuse you too much. This piece of paper here was at 5.25 by 4, and then I have just a little bit there of this red behind it, which I cut out, and now I have these little pop-up things which I can use in this project or in another project. I could have used it here. See, I could have cut that out with a punch or a die cut and then put that behind it, and that would have been my backing for it. And then I would have done the same here. I would have put that there with a die cut. Die cut? A piece of paper cut to the circle there. So, hope I didn't forget any of the measurements. Enjoy, and may God richly bless you. Thank you so much for watching. These are the ones that I've done as well. Thank you so much for watching today, and may please visit our Facebook group. We would love to see you there. It's such a tiny group. I need it to grow. Please, please. Begging mercilessly. Oh my goodness, this is a really bad video. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.